We live by metaphors. They are more than just colorful ways of describing our world. They actually shape how we see, perceive, and interpret the world. The Bible uses a variety of metaphors to describe the particular reality we know as sin. We can define sin in an analytical way, but our definitions always fall short. Gary Anderson, a Bible scholar from the University of Notre Dame, identifies at least 3 different metaphors for sin found throughout the Bible. The last couple of days, we explored the metaphor of sin as a burden, a physical weight that weighs us down, and how that burden can be lifted and borne by others. Today, I want to talk about another metaphor Anderson identifies, but one that he doesn't explore in depth. It is the metaphor of sin as a stain. Hello, I'm Stuart Baskin, pastor of First Presbyterian Church of Tyler, Texas, and this is your daily devotional for Wednesday, February 28th, 2024. When I wrong someone, it can feel like a terrible weight on my shoulders. My shoulders physically hurt, and I walk a little bit hunched over, just as if I were carrying a backpack. Other times, I feel as though I've rolled in the mud and stained my clothes. I feel an urge to wash my hands or even take a shower to come clean. As it turns out, the metaphor of sin as a stain is nothing new. Throughout the pages of the Bible, and particularly among the prophets, we see this metaphor in play. Consider this passage from the prophet Jeremiah. For long ago you broke your yoke and burst your bonds, and you said, I will not serve. On every high hill and under every green tree you sprawled and played the whore. Yet I planted you as a choice vine from the purest stock. How then did you turn degenerate and become a wild vine? Though you wash yourself with lye and use much soap, the stain of your guilt is still before me, says the Lord God. In this case, the sin of the people of Israel was their consistent turning to other gods besides or in addition to the Lord. It really was a form of infidelity, just as surely as a husband or wife commits adultery. The metaphor of sin as a stain seems to be frequently used to describe Israel's infidelity to God. Sure seems like an apt metaphor for this particular sin, doesn't it? But it is not only the prophets and the Old Testament that use the metaphor. The letter of James in the New Testament uses it also. But instead of describing infidelity to God, James uses it to describe a very different kind of sin. He says, "How great a forest is set ablaze by a small fire," he writes, "and the tongue is a fire. The tongue is placed among our members as a world of iniquity. It stains the whole body." What he means is the way we speak unkind words to or about other people. When we speak unkind words, it has the ability to destroy reputations and relationships. And it stains not just the one who is the victim of unkind speech, it stains the one who speaks unkind words. The thing about the stain metaphor is that we use it about really egregious sins, which only makes sense. When it comes to clothes, stains are those especially difficult things to remove, not like regular dirt and grime, which come out so easily. So, for example, we talk about slavery as a stain on the history of America. The metaphor works in this case because simply ending slavery was not enough to erase its lasting effects, effects which are still, 150 years after the Emancipation Proclamation, we're working to cleanse from our national soul. Is it possible to wash away sins so serious that we call them stains? It is, but it's not necessarily easy. But it is possible, nevertheless. And that's what we'll talk about tomorrow, removing the stain of sin. But for now, may God continue to bless you and keep you in all that you do this day and in all the days ahead.